It's a natural part of life, and everybody deals with it. As human beings and life in general, everything has to come to an end. We've seen friends and family members die, and someday we also are going to die. But when it comes to death, have you ever wondered what it's like after your soul leaves your body? What is this process before your family is seeing you in the coffin at a wake, and then eventually lowered into the ground and buried or burned for cremation? When it comes to shockumentaries and Mondo films, the majority of them are intended to shock us, to scare us. Some of them offer little bits of information, and most of the other ones just make fun of the death and destruction you're seeing on film. In 1996, Japanese director Kiyotaka Tsurisaki would travel to Colombia and meet one man who has created a legacy in underground horror and the shockumentary community. And that's when he would film and document his friend Froilan Orozco and create his film Orozco the Embalmer. Orozco the Embalmer is a 1996 shockumentary which was eventually released in 2001. The film is shot in a very poor and dangerous area of Colombia. We see a lot of death, a lot of dead bodies on the street, and these locals don't mind it. They probably do mind it, but they are not fazed at all by it. It's almost like they see death on a daily basis. And with that, we are introduced to the town's embalmer, Froilan Orozco. We see Orozco embalm different people from the elderly to murder victims, and we even see him work on an infant child. Director Kiyotaka Tsurisaki does not shy away from showing the dirty work that Orozco has to perform. Trust me, there's a lot of blood and a lot of guts. I first saw this film without the English subtitles, and eventually when I did watch it with subtitles, I learned that Orozco is more than just a guy embalming people on camera. He states that it makes him feel important to be the one to make these people look nice and treat them well after they have died. The equipment that Orozco has to deal with is very crude and very old, and we do see him get an assistant at one point during the film. This man, Froilan Orozco, has been embalming for over 50 years, and from what I've heard, he died either during filming or shortly after filming was complete. Orozco the Embalmer is different from other shock films that include autopsy and embalming scenes. In a film like Traces of Death, we just see the autopsy and embalming without really a rhyme or reason why we're seeing it. In Orozco the Embalmer, Orozco explains everything that we are seeing and gives a true purpose to the work that he's doing. And I'm not saying that any other mortician or embalmer doesn't have any passion for what they do. It's just that we can finally see and hear it from one of these films. This is a first for me because I rarely ever will recommend a shockumentary, Mondo film, or mixtape, but I must say, Orozco the Embalmer is definitely one of the best of its kind, and it's a film I can't recommend enough. The DVD that I am holding was previously released by Massacre Video, but unfortunately it's gone out of print. This DVD by Massacre Video also contains a great interview with director Kiyotaka Tsurisaki talking about his work with Orozco. If you can find yourself a copy of Orozco the Embalmer on DVD, I would highly recommend picking it up and giving it a watch. So that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for coming by and checking out this review. If you're new to my channel, definitely hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for all my latest videos posted every Monday, Friday, and every other Wednesday. And also make sure to follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, to stay posted on what I'm doing behind the scenes of making these videos. Before you click off this video, don't forget to hit it with a thumbs up, and leave me a comment down below saying if you've seen Orozco the Embalmer and what do you think of it. Until next time, take care, and stay scared.